March 18th, Mike Tyson Razor Ruddock dies. If he doesn't die, it doesn't count. If he's not dead, it doesn't count.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Abner and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. We've got a fight coming up with two legit world champions. Regardless if you think they've been fighting competition or not, you've got a 2-8 world champion and a 3-8 world champion going to clash. I'm talking about Abner versus Leo Santa Cruz. This fight takes place this Saturday, so guys, we've got a good one this weekend. Ade, what do you think of this fight?
Abner versus Leo Santa who? Just thought about that just now as we spoke. Abner has been calling that Santa Cruz for pretty much since Abner has got knocked out by Johnny Gonzalez. Yeah. He's saying, give me Santa Cruz, give me Santa Cruz. And sometimes you get what you ask for.
Yeah.
And to be fair to Abner soon as he got beat by Johnny Gonzalez, he's wanting to be active again. He's not done that, I'm going to sit on the shelf for a year and I'm going to try and read. Yeah. He says, get me back in, get me fighting, and he's done it. People might say he's not full top contenders, but I'm one of those people when, if you do get knocked out the way he got knocked out or stopped the way he got stopped, especially because of the run he was on, don't chuck him in against a lion straight away. Let him build it up again and then bang, he's got the fight he wants.
Abner was an amateur standout, won loads of amateur titles in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to say, like, he knows what he's doing. Yeah? Yes. The night he lost to Johnny Gonzalez was the night Santa Cruz won his title.
Okay, yeah.
So
really?
Yeah.
Really? Not on the same card?
No, I don't think it's the same card.
Okay.
Yeah. So he obviously sought a way to get back in the mix.
Yeah.
I like both fighters, but both fighters, there's a lot of controversy around both of the fighters' opposition, and I feel two ways on this. In Abner, people say that since he's lost to Johnny Gonzalez, the first round knockout, he's been matched lightly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's been matched lightly.
No, would I.
But I would say that considering the run he was on, i.e. Darchinian, Perez,
Benko
twice, John Benko twice. Yeah. And when you look at the guys he was fighting,
Ponce de Leon,
you get my point? Yeah, all world champions, all at that time considered top 3, top 4 in the division.
Yeah.
It looks like he's took a step back.
Yes.
But he's still fighting credible guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look at Leo Santa Cruz, people say, oh, he ain't fought no one. But, you don't become a 2-8 world champion for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah? Maybe he hasn't been matched as hard as everyone else, but he's still been matched well. The fight he had on the middle undercard was poor, don't get me wrong.
Shocking.
It was shockingly poor, don't get me wrong.
That's a Pacquiao undercard.
Yeah. But when you got guys like, when you had guys like Ibetko, Darchinian, Mez, Ponce de Leon all fighting each other and you're left out of the mix, it makes you look weaker than you are.
Yeah.
Similar like of
Lucien Bute.
Yeah. When you're left at the Super 6, everyone kind of said that, well, he's really, really good, but he ain't fought these other guys. And I'm trying to say, you have to fight those guys after the fact to prove your point. Bute didn't. Can Santa Cruz prove his point?
It's very good that you bring up the Bute as an example, because we all saw what Bute did when he did step up to someone that was in the Super 6, and that was Carl Froch, and we saw what happened. Leo Santa Cruz is almost following the same model. And look, it's not his fault, but it's very, very similar to when Adrian Broner won his titles. Yeah. And everyone's like, my God, Adrian Broner's a 3-weight world champion. Who has he fought? Yeah. And the same questions are being asked of Leo Santa Cruz here. Look, I'm big on Mars. Doesn't mean I'm not big on Santa Cruz, but I'm very big on Mars and what Mars has done. I'm still having, I wouldn't say doubts about Santa Cruz, but I'm still looking and thinking, you are a 2-weight world champion. I take what you're saying, Brian, but let me see one marquee name on that list. Record, just one standout. When look at Mars's record, and that is at 118, that's at 118, that's at 122 and 126. I'm seeing names that I think, all right, you've proven it to me. Darchinian is not a legit fighter. Yeah. Ponce de Leon can punch with any hand. Ponce de Leon, a lot of people said beat Adrian Broner. Man, so he's fought people.
Ponce de Leon was put everyone out with one punch in the first or second round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Abner was considered pound for pound.
Yeah, it was kind of floating in that top 10, top 15.
And people were saying, guess what, he's going to take over. And with boxing, we all do, as soon as you lose, especially by a knockout in the first round, people kind of throw you away now. Yeah. Nothing's wrong with getting caught.
I was just about to say that.
I'll tell you right now, in my personal opinion,
I'd rather do that.
I'd rather get knocked out in the first round
than get sparked
than take a sustained beating over 12 rounds.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Abner still has all his skills. Yeah. All he's got to know is that, guess what? Maybe I don't have the bestest chin, or maybe I got maybe certain punches I should be more aware of. Yeah. But it doesn't take away his skill set. You know what he has. Whereas with Santa Cruz, we don't really know about his chin.
No, we don't.
We don't really know about his skills at the higher level. Yeah. At the level he's fighting at, he looks good. But also, he should be putting people away.
Both of them have weird kind of styles. Leo Santa Cruz is long and rangy. He's definitely have the reach. Abner Mars is quite short. Will get stuck in and will tuck in and try and go to the body quite a bit. I just feel like sometimes boxing. People say styles make fights, but sometimes it's about levels. And I've seen what level Abner Mars operates at. And yes, he got sparked by Johnny Gonzalez, but like you say, nothing wrong with that. Carl Froch then he got sparked by George Groves in the same kind of round. It can happen in boxing. I just feel we're going to see something special from Abner Mares. I really do. And like I said, as soon as he lost that title, Santa Cruz is the one he's been headhunting for, and I think it's for a reason.
One thing I will say about this fight, which I'm concerned about, Zoe, is overlooking your opponent.
Okay, yeah.
Abner Mares has been very, very dismissive in interviews I've seen. I didn't watch all the interviews, but the one I've seen is like, it's kind of like, I'm just going to go there and do my job and just take this guy. This guy ain't really on my level. We sparred before, but, I don't know what I've got to do. Santa Cruz seems more level-headed. Like, it's a good fight, I've got to do this, he's going to do that. And he seems to me the guy that has the more level playing field mentally going into the fight.
It's a good point. I get that point, you're right. And I've seen the same interviews where Abner Mares has been calling out Santa Cruz, and not just calling him out, but saying, especially now the fight's been made, saying, look, it's an easy fight, easy payday. Literally talking about opponents after Santa Cruz, and that can be risky. But I watch him, again, social media junkie. I follow Abner Mares on Instagram, and I'm not joking. This guy is putting the work in. He's doing things, and I think that's what happens when you do lose. You know you're vulnerable, and you know what you're vulnerable at. And that's sometimes the best thing about losing. So you kind of work on that vulnerability. Santa Cruz doesn't know that yet. Like you said, we don't know what Santa Cruz is like when it gets down to deep waters. We don't know if he can take a punch. Mares knows what he can do and what he can't do now, and I think that's sometimes an advantage. Everyone wants to have an O, but sometimes if you have the minus, it's like, okay, I'm not going to stay in the pocket because I can't punch. I just feel like we're going to see a masterclass from Abner Mares, and if we do...
Masterclass?
Honestly, I think we're going to see a masterclass, and if we do... Remember I said that, folks. If we do, then obviously there's fights out there with like Lamenchenko's in the same division, Waters in the same division. Tough fights to make, but fights that Abner Mares will want to make. Lamenchenko is a test that he would really like to put himself against.
The good thing about the division sometimes is that when you got someone like Al Heyman who's got the money and got the power,
anything can happen.
But he doesn't have the fighters in the division. It means to maintain your branding, you have to step out a little bit. I.e., that's a good example of what's happened with Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn, where Eddie Hearn got a lot of the good fighters as well. Eddie's got huge stable here. Al Heyman has to work with these guys to get world titles and blah blah. The winner of this fight cannot really call himself the legit champion.
No chance.
With Lomachenko and Waters sitting there.
Yes.
Waters no longer has a belt because he lost it at the weight, but it's been confirmed that it's staying at the weight. So to get your credit, especially when you're looking at rankings and pound for pounds and blah 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 blah, you have to cross that water sometime.
It makes it easier. Obviously, Selby's now signed with Al Heyman. We don't know how the ramification what that means, but obviously Selby's in that weight class where he has the IBF title. He's now signed with Al Heyman. It makes it easier if Abner Mares wins. Because then the fight's easier. Obviously with Santa Cruz, and the Santa Cruz is Al Heyman as well. So all those fights can be made pretty easily then.
Yes, it does. But in terms of boxing fans, and boxing fans love pound for pound lists. We're not really high on them too much, but we understand the pound for pound list. Lomachenko's pound for pound. Waters is pound for pound. Top 12, top 15. He's not really far. He's there.
That's a stretch, That's a stretch.
No way.
I think I can name more.
Remember this year. Remember Waters knocked out pound for pound Donaire.
I don't think Donaire was pound for pound when he knocked him out.
But here's what I'm trying to say.
What do you guys think?
But here's what I'm trying to say.
Nicholas Waters top 12? Nah, not for me. I'm thinking about it, Ryan. Nah, it's not possible. It's not possible.
Okay.
You're just saying that because he's Jamaican. I just realised what's going on. I've just realised what's happening.
Let me get to my point.
Get to your point.
Abner Mares was considered pound for pound. The point I'm making is that you've got 3 guys in the division that are considered very, very highly by boxing fans. So the point is that if you agree where I'm ranking them, you've got to look at 3 guys that were considered or are considered in that elite type echelon. They have to mix it up.
In terms of stature, I look at Mares, he is quite small. And we mentioned, and we're going to wrap up very quickly, but we mentioned Rigondeaux fighting Lomachenko. It's not going to happen because of the weight. Abner Mares ain't too much size difference. I mean, he's thicker.
Yeah, he's thicker.
But that's a fight I think I would prefer Rigondeaux to do than to let Lomachenko. Someone like Mares. Because I know he's thicker, but same height. They're kind of around the same height. Mares can't be more than 5'5", 5'4". He's tiny.
Yeah, I think he's like 5'5", 5'6" max. Yes, I think
these fights need to happen.
That fight is more likely to happen because obviously Mares was a champion at lighter weights as well.
Yes, exactly.
And he's not old, so most probably he could get his body down one more time safely. So I'll get your point. know what I mean? But yeah, it's a good fight.
All right, who wins?
I'm going with Abner, but not.
I thought you were gonna say something.
No, but not the way you have a masterclass. I think Santa Cruz is going to surprise people.
Yeah.
Like I said, you don't become a Twitter champion for nothing.
Yeah.
He definitely has certain skills, but we haven't seen him proven at the top level. He's going to prove himself this time. Even in loss, he will prove himself that, guess what? I can hang with the best.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go with a points decision, but I've got a funny feeling that it seems to be. I don't know if it's bad blast. I feel there's a little underlying issue from the reported sparring session, and I feel it's going to be a stoppage late.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of going with a mid to late stoppage as well. But then again, look, this is two Mexicans. This is the Mexican War. We've seen all these fights at low weight class. Morales, Barrera, Marquez. We've seen all of this, and this is kind of rekindling that, which is good. And these fights never let you down.
Yeah.
I just feel like Santa Cruz will do well for the early rounds. But I think once it goes to the trenches, which I think it will, I've seen Mares go to the trenches a bit more, and I've seen him escape from those trenches. Only one time has he let me down, and that can happen to anyone. And I don't think Santa Cruz got the punch power to do what Johnny Gonzalez did. That's why I'm going for Mares to use his boxing skill, which won him, as you say, numerous titles as a junior, to kind of show what he's got and win. But look, guys, what do you think? Mares, Santa Cruz, super fight-ish. Yeah, it's a super fight-ish. We've got two champions fighting each other, unification of some kind. Who wins? Santa Cruz, Mares. Winner goes to where? Lomachenko, Rigondo. Who else is in there? Nicholas Waters, Selby. Frampton says he wants to go up. Quigg wants to go up. There's loads of fights. Good mix. Let us know. Leave your comments below. Email, subscribe, tweet, and thanks for watching another edition of Boxtalk. Cheers.